I thank you. I am Stamford Chidge, and this is the Chelsea Football Fancast. And the next part of the show is something that we call the Fannies. It's because we are the Fancast. It has nothing to do with an American's word for your rear end, or anything like that, or even over here, the equivalent, if you see what I mean. This is about our match awards, which we do for Man of the Match, Chant of the Match, the Guinness and the Celery Moments, and I will explain a little bit more about it therein. And we're going to look at the ones for the Villa match. Now, what I should tell you is, of course, normally what I do is I work extremely hard for your benefit over the weekend, and I put up the nominations on the ChelseaFanCast.com website, but for obvious reasons, I haven't really had the time to do it this weekend. So there's a little bit of my nominations going on, but I'm going to allow the boys to have their say, and if they want to nominate something, then that's absolutely fine. And then we'll probably get the benches to vote on it tonight to decide what they should win. Look at them, they're looking happy. You see, I'm so good to you. You know I am. Anyway, enough of that. Right, man of the match. Pablo actually tipped me the wink on a lot of these because I felt, as you know, I texted you all and said, be kind to me. I can't be at the game. Can you give me your nominations? And Pablo got in first, as he so invariably does. And his nominations were Oscar for man of the match, Willian for man of the match, and for Costa. Would you go beyond that? What do you think?
No, I think that's pretty...
You like that, do you?
Yeah, it's pretty hard which one to pick, though.
Well, I think that's also true.
That's the thing.
Very tricky.
They all
Dave
had
was
very
good.
different bits. Yeah,
Banner was good.
Matic was good. Fabregas was good.
All very good performances. Fabregas, as I said, was caught in possession a few times, which annoys me. I remember shouting out, "You can't do that, Cesc!" Is it correct pronunciation of Cesc?
Cesc.
Cesc. Oh, is that Cesca? Must be where it's Cesc, as in Francesca.
Francesca.
Yeah. But I would say, I think Oscar was outstanding.
You liked Oscar best? Yeah, it was a bit of Oscar.
Yeah, it was him or Willian, really.
Yeah.
So Willian's shooting was just bizarre.
The thing is, we expect Costa to score every game now, so it's not even an issue.
No, I didn't even give him a 9 this week because he only scored 1. I mean, terrible.
Terrible, yeah.
Yeah, marks off for not scoring more than 1 goal, Costa. Darren, what do you reckon?
Still brings me out to when Ross gave Denver Bar a 9 for scoring 2 goals.
Yes.
And you opposed it. I'd say Willian.
You like Willian?
Yeah, I do.
What about his shooting?
Well, he had 2 shots on target.
And yeah, one almost scored, and the other one he scored. But
And
the
he
others
set,
were
he set
40
one up with
yards
it.
over the bar.
Yeah, it doesn't matter sometimes. What about Fabregas when the ball came out to him and he tried the shot which went far out to the right-hand side?
Yeah, it's true.
If you'd have gone far out to the right-hand side, we'd have called him Franco.
You could call it a pass.
Bit of a political joke there, people. If I know you understand.
Oh, you mean
Darren's laughing.
As in Spanish Civil War?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, Oscar. Darren's off. Darren is now look at he's in the Ross role. He's loving it.
Not Gianfranco.
Not Gianfranco, no.
No.
Oscar,
Willian.
Okay.
Willian, not Willian.
Will-I-Am. I personally, I would have gone for Oscar, but very tight above William because I thought William was brilliant.
And that's chuff.
So at the moment, we're saying Oscar. Benches, what do you reckon? You have the nod this week. Let's hear what you have to say about it.
Oscar.
Cool, blimey. What about William?
Oscar.
Shall I try that again? What about William?
Oscar.
Okay, you can't be moved, can you?
Cortez?
What about Cortez? Quite, exactly. Well done, Seb. No, I think fair enough, though. I voted for Oscar if we'd have had it on the website, and I'd have been perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, that's another chant that's disappeared. We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
It comes near
the
the end of the season.
Yeah.
Well, still.
What's the other one we're going to get into chant in a minute, so let's hang on. Well, let's announce it first. The man of the match this week for the Chelsea versus Aston Villa game is Mbabo Oscar. I forgot that he's called him
Mbabo dos Santos.
I'm going to call him.
Dos Santos.
Well, I'm going to now call him Imbiber Oscar because I think that's more amusing.
Because he drinks a lot.
Oscar dos Santos, Mbabo Jr. He's from Brazil.
You got a new song here,
Well,
sir?
no, it's the Alex song. It's just with his name, and then there's I don't know yet.
Tell me in the break. All right, so Oscar wins the Man of the Match award. We've got to move on swiftly to our Chant of the Match award. Now, very difficult when you're not there. So I've had a bit of help from Ross, and I've had a bit of help from Pablo. This was heard mildly. A few. I suspect I know who actually. It's probably the lads who sit in gate 16 of the Matthew Harding Lower. They tend to be the originators of the Ivanovic.
Yeah, they were doing that.
Yeah, I thought it'd be them. I'm getting a da-da-da-da from the gallery.
We
Very,
can hear him.
very little from here, though, Ross.
I gave you a bit.
You did. Okay. Well, I love the Ivanovic song, but it also kind of like fits in with the newly ordained policy from the editor of CFC UK, Fanzine, who says that we should only sing songs about the players. You know, and we're all behind
As I
it.
tweeted you, I'm completely.
I'm
completely fed up with this constant reference to Tottenham
Or Gerrard.
But it's more Tottenham. I sent you 4 songs
did.
that we sing all the time.
You went
now.
on a rant.
I did. It's just completely.
You and Dr. Mart
we're
are
supposed to
like
be-
that. Martin's hated the stand up if you hate Tottenham.
What
But
about
do you know
saying
why
stand
people-
up if you love Chelsea? You'd have the whole of the crowd standing up as
Yeah.
opposed to the
Stand
few in the
up
Matthew
if you love
Harding.
Jose.
Yeah,
for
in Devon.
example.
Absolutely.
Stand up if you love Johnny.
Yeah, all of them, absolutely.
Stand up
If you
if
love
you love
Branagh.
Dazza.
Well, just for the
Stand up
special
if
one
you
as
love
we did
Chidge.
before.
Stand up if you love Dazza. I do. I love Dazza.
Even I don't.
I love Dazza. I missed
I
him.
mean, we stand up for the special one, obviously we used to do. I think Seb was going to say the reason, obviously, we do stand up for if you hate Tottenham was because the stewards always didn't want to sit down.
Who,
So,
incidentally,
well,
were
yeah.
taking names in the Matthew Harding lower and were not engaging with the apparent offenders for standing up.
Okay, the only thing I'll say about the editor of the CFC UK
He who
fanzine
must not be named, as we like to call him.
is, for whatever his thoughts are on these things, it is not on him to turn around and shout to everyone what they should and shouldn't be singing at a Chelsea match. If people want to sing it, then they can sing it.
At this juncture, I'd just like to say that the comments of Darren Mansell are not necessarily those of the Chelsea FanCast, he who must not be named, because he gave me a free book on Saturday, so I got, or Wednesday, whenever.
Oh, one of the Youth Cup games before, when people were singing songs with swear words in them, which, as any Chelsea supporter knows, is probably 99% of them.
Legit.
He was shouting at people about swearing because there's a Youth Cup game and there are kids around, but...
All right, okay, we need to go and choose one, otherwise we'll be here all night. Ivanovic, okay. Thank you, Ross. Is that all you take away?
Yeah,
I mean, there were
that's,
so many we could have chosen from. I mean, you know, Pablo was just talking about all sorts of ones, but I think I love it when you get a bit of, you know, jip from. I mean, they only had 1,500.
Yeah.
They made a racket. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
But Villa fans, I've always despised, and I love that. Is that all you take away? Because I think that's a real.
I liked to when Wise went up to lift the FA Cup. 'cause
Yeah,
it
that was
It was
good.
absolutely relevant to them, obviously, because that was
Against
when we
them.
Well,
played
the third one was Jose Mourinho, because I actually what I really liked about the Jose Mourinho one was the fact that, as always, with every away side, they think they're oh so funny to coat off the best manager in football by going Foxtrot Oscar Mourinho. And I think it's absolutely duty bound by us to all 4 sides of the ground to come out with a massive Jose Mourinho to shut them up and belittle them in one go. And actually, I felt that we did that, so I quite like.
Well, other than obviously in the middle of the East Stand, you know, we were.
You're going to get a
Eating our
mention later.
toast.
You don't even know that yet, but
Are
you're in the Fannies for the. Well, possibly. Anyway, right. So choose. I don't care what you can nominate. Whatever you want, you can have whatever you want. I'm going to go for Jose Mourinho for that reason. Actually,
I was going to say, is that all you take away?
is that what you take away?
No, I liked when Wise went up.
Me too. Thank you.
2 for when Wise went up to lift the FA Cup. We were there. I wasn't actually, which is a great sadness to me.
Were you there?
I was.
Well, we were there then.
You were there.
I wasn't.
They don't have a still of that. He's complaining. He's complaining in the gallery. Benches. What do you? It's up to you. You've heard what the boys have said. What do you reckon?
Is that all you take away?
Is that it? And members of the benches jury, is that the decision of you all?
So say I.
Oh, I'm not saying that. No.
No.
I was citing the Shed actually, and I think they did absolutely every single song I could possibly imagine on the Chelsea repertoire. But Jose Mourinho, I thought was brilliant coming through.
What are you having, Diane?
Jose Mourinho.
You're with me on that. What about you, Phil and Matt?
It was a brilliant one man went to Mo that went off, but I'd say Jose Mourinho.
Phil?
I think so, Jose Mourinho.
Lovely stuff. They know where their bread's buttered. I think, you know, by default, Jose Mourinho gets it. But I love your when Wise went up to lift.
But we don't play Middlesbrough because they're not in our leagues. We only get to sing when Wise went up to lift the FA Cup once a year.
Or twice, of home and away.
Or twice.
Oh, I know. But either way, we barely get to sing it. You can sing Jose Mourinho every week. You can sing
all right.
nearly
Just because
every
you're
week.
moaning and because I haven't seen you for ages, we're going to vote for
There
that.
was only one carefree, and it was towards the end. And there was a fantastic Chelsea.
On that note, obviously it's
Chelsea.
my mother-in-law's funeral on Friday, and I had to go and choose the hymns for the funeral, and I've made sure that we get to sing Lord of the Dance.
Of course.
Because she was a Chelsea supporter. and that's a little joke between me and her.
Can
I
she,
think it's a
she
nice
not
touch.
do Amazing Grace as well?
No, you only get 2 hymns.
Okay.
So, Ross says move on. We're getting morbid.
Chelsea,
all right.
Chelsea,
I think officially,
Chelsea,
when Wise went up to lift the FA Cup, I think I'll settle for that. Right, Guinness moment again. Well, this I tell you what, you know, talking about the flicks and back heels earlier on, this is a real week for Guinness moments. I have narrowed it down to these largely with the help of Pablo, but they are that wonderful kind of back flick by Oscar. Sorry, by Costa. I can't remember to whom now. Might be an Oscar actually, but it was fantastic. My absolute favourite one, I don't know actually. I'm torn. I love this because I can't stand Philippe Senderos and he's such an idiot. But what I love about this particularly is in the Guardian. They called this out in that Guardian report. But Oscar did a brilliant drop of the shoulder and then a nutmeg of Senderos.
Yes.
And
I sent that to
the
you
guy
as
in the
well.
Guardian actually said, and there was a collective sigh
Yes.
in the Stamford
Yes,
Chidge crowd.
there was.
And that, my friends, there's a lovely picture of it there. That's when it's about to happen. There you go.
That is the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
By the way, all the photographs on the show tonight, as ever, are taken by the lovely Debs, who you might know at Twitter as at CFC Unofficial. And as always, our huge thanks to you, Debs. Without your photos, the show wouldn't be half the show it is. But I just love the fact that he picked that out, as in a collective sigh went up around Stamford. That, Darren, as we know, that's a sign of a sexual moment, otherwise known as a Guinness moment, isn't it?
Can I just say that my reaction to that was come on!
Come on! Yeah, so you'd kind of gone beyond what we're talking about.
Yeah, I'd already, yeah.
I think the word is climaxed.
Yeah, no, I was thinking more of what happened to the bottle of fizzy water that I had earlier.
I was going to say, you sure that wasn't your reaction?
Yeah, it was my reaction.
Indeed. So there we go. So there was Oscar's nutmeg and mugging Senderos completely off. But the last, in a way, this has to win it. But the back heel from Willian to Hazard to Aspie for the cross for the goal. But that little build-up
was
for the back
wonderful.
heels. How can you not want that? I find that hard to believe. But anyway, those are the nominations. I don't know what I'm going to go for you. I'm going to hear what you have to say first.
I think I'm going to go for that. The back
heels, the double back heels.
Because that really won the game.
It was a thing of beauty.
Yeah,
Had I been there, I would have made a very kind of, sexual sound, I think.
I think I would have to go for that, even though the sexual sound I made with the nutmeg was, I actually went, look at that nutmeg as well.
You didn't go, nuts!
Oh. No,
You're supposed to call it, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Nuts!
No, I should have said nuts, but yeah.
Shouldn't you?
So nobody understands that where I sit.
Oh, really?
Afraid.
They
Yeah.
probably think, but they're probably looking for your butler to see if he's got
Yes,
a
if
packet
he's
of
got
peanuts or
something. Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Honey
But
roasted.
no, I agree with Seb. I think that the triangle was completely brilliant.
Wasn't it lovely?
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. Bizarre love triangle. Darren.
Ménage à trois.
I'm going for the same, but when you said how can anyone not go for that, I'd have thought in the last one with the chance, how can anyone not go for one Wise and up to the FA Cup?
Well, we did. We voted it
No,
in,
no,
Darren.
two people did, everyone else didn't. You just overruled them in
Move on,
autocracy.
Darren. Move on. You know.
The goal, the back
Speaking
heels.
professionally here as a counsellor, you need to move on. Let it go. Let it go. Okay.
You're not qualified yet.
I'm qualified enough to tell you that. Anyway, go on. Seriously.
The back heel's the goal.
You're going to go for the back heel. Well, okay, that's interesting. Benches, we are all unanimous here. We are all loving the bizarre love triangle between Willian, Hazard and Azpilicueta. What say you?
Capped off by a goal.
Well, sorry, Matt, say that again?
Capped off by a
goal, you can't beat it.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. Andy?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It led to a goal, so it's got to be. But I also thought Banner's pass to the first goal as well to William was a brilliant pass as well.
There were a lot of Guinness-like moments, weren't they, in the game? But I think Diane and Phil and all of you really, we have to choose that one, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I'm glad we're all in agreement. Lovely stuff. That's why I like. There's a lot of consensus on the show tonight.
Good.
Interesting to see. All right, so officially, therefore, the bizarre love triangle, as I'm calling it, between Aspie, Willian and Hazard, which led to Costa's wonderful goal, is our Guinness moment this week, which only leaves, of course, the lovely celery moment. Oh man, there's some absolute quality ones here, but the first is just okay. You know the beautiful game, folks. The band that Pablo is in, who of course did a brilliant gig last Friday in Camden, and of course as a result of that, poor old Lawrence Loza, our great mate, who plays the guitar in the band, was absolutely hanging on Saturday. Now, here's a photograph of Loza and guess who? That would be Joe Cole. So Loza's clearly hanging, and he struggled all day apparently, but he still managed to get a photograph with Joe Cole. And I just love the look. They look like long-lost brothers there. They look like Ronnie and Reggie from the East End or something. What's going on with that photograph? It's not normal. What do you think, boys?
He looks as if he's He's
on the
holding him up,
King's Road.
actually. Joe Cole is actually
I
holding
think
him
Joe
up.
Cole is.
He's
But
about to collapse.
They do, but Joe Cole looks as hanging as Loz. That's what
I
I'm.
didn't even recognise him at first, Joe
That's
Cole.
Joe Cole.
Someone was saying as well, though, that because of Hazard's got his shaven head and whatnot now in number 10, when he's on the pitch, he does
I think he's
look
got
from
shorter
behind
hair
like
than
Joe-
number 10.
He looks a bit like Joe Cole when he's on the pitch.
Well, interesting stuff.
He doesn't run in the same way, though.
No, he just like physique-wise.
glides more.
Yeah.
I love the
Small
fact. I
number
love the fact that Loza was hanging and still made it to the football. I've seen other photographs of Loza at the football actually on Saturday, and he looked far worse than that. But I love the fact that he was with Joe Cole
Was
too.
Joe Cole injured?
Yeah, he was. But the other thing about Joe Cole, and I think this is also worthy of a mention, is that he wasn't on the bench for Villa, but he made a point of going to the Chelsea bench and hugged everybody on it. I think that's lovely. That's Joe Cole for you.
Did he know any of them?
Yeah, I see.
Drogba.
Drogba, Jose Mourinho. I think he knew.
Mikel.
Two of them, so not everybody. then.
Mikel.
Didn't actually
Mikel.
hug everybody.
Mikel.
Okay, Mikel. Anybody else?
Okay, he just hugged the ones he knew.
Exactly.
All right.
That's what I was thinking. Otherwise, there'd have been check. All right,
Check.
four. All right, everybody.
That's 4 of the 7.
Ah! Thank you, Seb. Lovely.
Well, there must have been a couple that he didn't hug.
I'm liking this. As
Yeah,
the
just
weeks
Remy.
go past, Seb's gaining
Remy-
confidence, and he's
Remy
now
Louise
learning.
He
He's
just-
now learning
he
to
knows
put
to
you in your
suppress
place.
me. Yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's nomination number 1. Nomination number 2 is just hilarious. I don't know if you caught this, but Hazard was full of so many tricks on Saturday. He even managed to nutmeg himself. There was actually no Villa player near him, and he kind of fell over and literally nutmegged himself, and then got up.
Symptomatic of his non.
Got up and then carried on, and that completely confused the Villa. I just thought it was really funny. I laughed a lot when I saw that. And my third one, you know, funny enough, it's only because I saw it on TV that I know this, possibly, because had I been in Gate 17, I'd never have heard it. But there was a moment when Willian had the ball, and he's kind of running towards the penalty area. Costa is wide on the right in loads and loads of space. And Costa's, you can hear this on the TV, Costa's going, Willian! 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 Hey! Willian just completely ignored him. And I just thought it was really funny. I don't know why, it just appealed to me.
It's for those who didn't see who weren't actually present at the
Well,
match.
if you were in the West Lower, down by the corner flag, you would have been
You'd have
absolutely
heard
laughing.
that. Of course, but I'm not,
No.
as we know.
So what are we going to... Any other nominations?
Well,
What are you going to go for?
Actually, there was a wonderful moment, once again, something I sent you, where Dave got given the ball in the penalty area, and he did so many feints and pretend shots that he practically disappeared up his own backside.
yeah.
And there was a kind of sort of...
Quite like
Nobody
that.
tackled him. And I absolutely burst out laughing on the spot. I thought,
Excellent.
absolutely
That's
brilliant
what it's
moment.
about.
And then he still managed to cross the ball afterwards.
Well, there we go. So John's going for Aspie. What you got? Any others, Darren? Or do you like some of those?
No, I was trying to think throughout the whole match. That was the one more than any that I wanted to try and come up with one for the show for you because it's the one you're least likely to see anything of. But I couldn't. There was nothing really that.
Nothing that made you laugh.
Nah.
Seb? There's something that isn't on that list. You've
got to be quick. We've got about a minute.
It was Aspilicueta, and it was in the Matthew Harding end, and the Villa player was trying to let it go out for a goal kick, and Aspilicueta ducked in and head-butted the guy's arse.
If I'd have seen that, Seb,
Oh, yeah.
if I'd have seen that, that would have
I only
nailed
saw
it
it
for me.
before the show. It was really funny.
Brilliant
That
stuff.
made funny.
I'm tempted to go for that, even if I didn't see it. I'd love to hear what the benches have to say. Though, benches, your vote, your choice.
Hazard's falling over himself,
Okay.
himself. Yeah.
Are you unanimous in that?
No, I'm going for Costa shouting at Willian.
Okay.
I'm with Seb.
You're with Seb. Phil? Okay. Yeah, a bit of tension on the front row there. I've noticed that. So what are we going to go for? I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for Seb's shout
would
about
go as
Aspie
well,
because
yeah.
I hadn't seen it at all, but
I
it's
hadn't
really
either,
funny.
and it's down my end.
I
so I'm
remember that, and I
surprised.
should have
When do you
mentioned
leave?
it, so well done. So I'm going
Do you
for that
remember
as
it?
well. I do
Okay,
remember it, yeah.
Aspie headbutting some Villa player's arse. I mean, what's not to love about that? I'm certainly loving that. I'm loving the show tonight too. It's cheering me up, a right old treat. It's lovely to see everybody. Now, we're going to be back with you very, very shortly after this very small break. So we will see you for part 4 in about 30 seconds or so.